And we are back. Predictions. Week 8. Week 7. I went 7-6. I had a horrible week. It's safe to say. I'm really trying to bounce back. Uh, Currently I am 67-40, and there is a total of 15 games being played. So to start it off, we obviously start out with Thursday Night Football. Thursday, 8:20 p.m. Packers, who are 6-1, Cardinals 7-0, and I really do feel like the Packers could upset here, even with them missing apparently like their whole receiving roster. I really feel like they could pull the upset off. So I'm gonna take the Packers, and then starting Sunday's 1 o'clock games, we have the Bengals, who are currently 5-2, and the Jets, who are currently 1-5. I'm going to take the Bengals here. I feel like the Bengals, are on a hot streak lately with great wins against two teams, or great losses against two teams. In the Packers and Bears, losing by only a field goal in each. I'm going to take the Bengals. Next, we have the Titans at Colts. I really feel like the Colts should win this game, personally. I'm going to take the Colts. Great win against the 49ers, the Titans as well. Great win against the Chiefs. But also, I feel like the Titans might be a bit too overconfident about that win. They'll be like, man, we just came off of this win. We beat, one of the best teams in the league, arguably. I don't think they are in yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to take the Colts. Next, we have the Rams at Texans. I don't really need to talk about this much. The Rams, I'm taking them. They're 6-1, even with them struggling against the Lions. Mainly because the Lions ran a bunch of trick plays, which, gotta like the effort they put in. That is a weird way to try and win, but I can't hate it. I'm gonna take the Rams. The Rams barely beat the Lions, and the Texans only scored 5 points against the Cardinals. Next, we have Steelers at Browns. The Steelers had a bye week last week, who are 3-3, and the Browns are 4-3. Even with the Browns' injuries, I still feel like they could win this game. I feel like there is a high chance. Like very high, that there could be an upset, but at this point in time, I cannot be confident on it. So I am going to take the Browns. Next, we have the Eagles at Lions. The Eagles, an okay-ish loss, I suppose, to the Raiders. And the shoot, I can't think. What's the Lions? Pretty bad loss to the Rams. You're still winless. You're resorting to running trick plays. I just can't be, on your hype train. Next, we have the 49ers. I'm taking the Eagles, by the way. Next, we have 49ers at Bears. The 49ers arguably lost that game because of the weather conditions. I expected them to lose with those weather conditions. Because if you play in Los Angeles and there's any type of weather other than just straight sun, you're going to more than likely lose. Don't matter what the sport is. Well, if it's indoor, then yeah, you don't really have to worry. But yeah, 49ers, Bears, 49ers lost to the Colts, who I am very high on personally, and the Bears blown out by the Buccaneers. I feel like it's going to be hard for the Bears to, overcome this. It's going to be in their head like, man, we just got blown out. we scored 3 points and they scored, I think, 38. I mean, you know how hard that is to get your head around? I feel like the 49ers will win this game. Next, we have Panthers, who are 3-4, at Falcons, who are 3-3. Falcons barely beat the Dolphins. Panthers blown up by the injured Giants. I'm gonna take the Falcons. Falcons, I feel like, are the better team. I believe the Panthers have benched Sam Darnold at this point, so this will be PJ Walker's time. Who knows? PJ Walker could try and prove himself to be one of, maybe say, I could be a starting quarterback in the NFL. Falcons, the way Matt Ryan and them have been playing for the past 4 games, I just can't really bet against them until they lose a game. Or at least until Matt Ryan has a bad game. Next we have Dolphins at Bills. Dolphins, they're dog shit. Bills, I mean, even with them losing, I still think they're, Super Bowl contenders. Probably Super Bowl favorites in the AFC, honestly. I'm taking the Bills. I mean, the last time these two teams played, 35-0, the Bills won. And they're the same teams, so. The only thing that's changing is Tua is going to be playing in this game, even though he did the last time they played, Well, assuming Tua will play, there is a chance that Sean Watson might play. Yeah, I'm taking the Bills, though. Next, we have our 4:05 games. We have the Patriots at Chargers. Patriots, great win against the Jets, but at the same time, Jets, Chargers, bye week, but the week before, blown out by the Ravens. I am personally picking the Patriots to have the upset here. I think the Patriots do really well against the Chargers, or at least recently. No, I think Bill Belichick knows this team well, well, they do have a new coach, but, I still think they could figure him out. I'm going to take the Patriots. Next, this is probably the hardest game for me to predict. Maybe. I mean, the rest of the games, they're kind of hard for me too. The Jaguars at Seahawks might be, well, how is this game hard for you to predict? Jaguars had a bye week, so they're going to be an extra week rested. And they're coming off of it, getting their first win the week before that. So, and the Seahawks, they've been on a losing streak for a while now. What did they do? Didn't they start out like 2-2 or something? And they've lost, 3 straight? I'm going to take the Seahawks, though. I feel like the Seahawks are a better team. They are playing at home. Even with Mr. Wilson being injured, I still feel like the fans, the 12th man, as they call it, kind of like that, actually. But, yeah. I feel like, the fans are going to have their backs in this game. I feel like the Jaguars are going to struggle, against the Seahawks. I feel like, the Seahawks are going to actually play good defense today. Or that week. Next, we have 4:25 games. Football team, who are 2-5, I believe. At Broncos, who are 3-4. Football team, kind of close loss, kind of not, to the Packers. And Broncos, close loss to the very, very, very injured, Browns. Now, in my eyes, if the Broncos struggle to stop his rookie Dearness Johnson, undrafted free agent, I believe. Imagine what they're going to do against Antonio Gibson, who's kind of proved himself, and J.D. McKissick, who's also kind of proved himself. I'm taking the football team. Next, in my honest opinion, I feel like this would probably be considered game of the week. Either that or I think the game below it will be. And the Buccaneers and Saints. Or you could say, the Cardinals and Packers games. We're not talking about that. We're talking about this game. Buccaneers blowout win against the Bears. So, not very impressive. I mean, you gotta think it's Tom Brady. I mean, he'd probably know a thing or two about rookie quarterbacks. And then we have Jameis Winston Saints, who got a somewhat impressive win against the Seahawks. It was a very bad game. I, I, I mean, I couldn't watch it anyway because it was on ESPN, and I don't have ESPN. Fuck you, ESPN, for having Monday Night Football for the whole season. Yeah. I think the Buccaneers will win this game. I do think it will be close for the most part, but I do think the Buccaneers will win. Plus, you never want to bet against Tom Brady. Who knows? Maybe Tom Brady's going to be trying to get his 700th career touchdown pass this game. Next. Oh, I went up somehow and said down. Controller, are you okay? 8:20 p.m. Monday. No, not Monday. Sunday Night Football. We got the Cowboys fresh off a bye, but they've been on a tear since week one, honestly. I mean, they put up a fight against the Buccaneers. And after that, they've, haven't lost a game. And the Vikings, who have lately been on a hot streak and were also on a bye week last week. This game is 50-50. I do think the Cowboys will win, but at the same time, the Vikings, I mean, they're at the point where they're like on the cusp of the playoffs. They're like right there. I think they're the 7th seed currently, but I mean, it's way too early to really care about any of that. So, yeah. I feel like they're going to try and prove themselves, try and keep it close with the Packers, especially if the Packers lose on Thursday Night Football. Keep that division open for them. So let's be honest, at this point, it is kind of just a two-person race with the Bears in the conversation, but no one's really picking them at this point. I am going to take the Cowboys out. And last, probably at least I would say, we have the Giants and Chiefs. Say what you want, Giants, they looked like one of the better teams in the league last week. Chiefs looked like one of the worst teams in the league last week. Now, I'm in the situation where, are the Giants going to carry that momentum, or are the Chiefs really going to lose 27-3 and not do anything about it and just suck? Like, that's kind of the situation I'm in. I do think the Giants will win. I do think the Chiefs, though, this could be a blowout if the Chiefs, use their frustration to their advantage. I am going to take the Giants, though, but this prediction will probably be the most likely to change. By the way, check my Twitter, YoshiZ_Wisey. If you ever want to, see my prediction changes. And I am considering starting a second Twitter. I already have it, but I don't know if I should do anything with it yet. For more IRL stuff. Now, I don't know if you'd be able to find it because even when I search it up, it doesn't show up. But that could be because it's linked to my account. Or that, because it is, yeah, whatever. Either that or maybe I have to make a post or wait until, I can do something on it. But, I think after next week, it should be good. Oh, it's up now. Okay. It's called YZ_social, if you want to look it up. I might, post IRL stuff on it. But anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I did. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.